Today we're gonna be working on Leetcode question number 76, minimum window substring. So given two strings s and t. S is the string, t is the pattern of length m and n respectively. Return the minimum window substring of s such that every character in t including duplicates is included in the duplicates is included in the window. If there is no such substring, return the empty string. The test cases will be generated such that the answer is unique. The substring is contiguous sequence of characters within the string. So if we have this a, the string is s and t is abc, the output is gonna be the last four ones b, a, and c, because it has all the characters including the duplicates inside that substring, and this is the minimum length. The minimum window substring b, a, and c includes a, b, c from the string. If they are equal, the output is going to be a, and if the string is bigger than the pattern string we are looking for, the answer is going to be empty string. So the way we're going to be doing it is basically initially we're going to have our minimum as equal to 0. We're going to have our left pointer pointing at the first index, and initially our right pointer is going to be basically pointing at -1. Just to be make it more clear, we're going to say left and right. Okay, -1 basically means like we want it out of the any of the indexes of s, and we're going to start from there, and again the right is going to keep going to the right, but we want to start it with the -1. Okay, and then we're also going to have an empty map. The reason we want to use it in the map is because we want to convert our string t to a map, so that we can have O of 1 lookup, because if we want to look for a character inside the t, if we don't have a map, we have to actually do the linear operation. Now this one is going to be O of 1 in order to just see if the character exists in the map or not. That being said, we're going to fill that map first, so we're going to split, and then once we split it, we're going to say for each so yeah, we're going to say for each of that element for that element, once we have that element, we're going to say that if the map of that element is basically does not exist, if it is equal to null, in that case now we're going to say that that map of that element is equal to 1. So basically it's an occurrence map. It tells how many occurrences of that character the keys occurrences are there, so that occurrence is going to be the value. Else we're going to say that the map of that element is equal to that means that it does exist, so we're going to say element plus 1. So we're going to increment that. Okay, now that being said, we also want to say our count, which is basically equal to how many distinct characters are there. So how many different distinct characters are there, not including the duplicates. Okay, now while this right pointer is still within the length of s. Well, this is true. If the count has become equal to 0, that means we have found the solution and everything, but we still want to move our left pointer just so that we know that there is a better solution over there. So yeah, let's say if the count is still not 0, what we're going to be doing is we are still looking for the answer. So we're going to say, okay, the right is going to get incremented, the current character is going to be equal to the character pointing by right. If the map of that current is not equal to null, in that case, if it is not equal to that, so that means we're gonna decrement that. That means we just have these many occurrences we are looking for. Otherwise, if the map of that current has become equal to 0, it has become equal to 0, we're gonna say count negative negative. That means that particular element we're no more looking for it. Okay, but let's say if the count has become equal to 0, but we still want to move our left pointer in order to find a better solution. So for that, first of all, we're gonna say that the current is equal to the s of left, because this time we're gonna move our left pointer. Okay, so if the map of that current which is being pointed by left is not equal to null, if it is not equal to null, right, that means because we want to be, if it is not equal to null, that means this pointer, this element being pointed by the left is actually was inside the map, right? If it was inside the map and we're gonna move our left pointer, that means we're gonna have a problem, because that was one of the answers. So in that case, we're gonna say that okay, the map current is gonna become equal to plus plus, meaning that we need another count because we already removed our left pointer. Okay, and if the map of that current is greater than 0, after that we're gonna say that the count has become equal to 0. Basically we're gonna increment the count too, right? We're gonna increment the count to that. Okay, we moved our left, we are going to move our left, so we wanna increment the counter. Now we're gonna say that let's say that we're gonna get the substring, the s dot substring left and the right plus 1, and we're gonna say that if the minimum is basically empty, we're gonna say that minimum is equal to the temp, otherwise the minimum is equal to minimum dot length is less than temp dot length. So whoever length is less, we're gonna say that that's gonna be either minimum or temp. And then what we were trying to do is to increment left. That's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, and in the end we're gonna be returning the minimum. Yeah, actually we are returning the string, not the number of characters. So minimum, we're gonna initialize it with an empty string. So we got a typo here, and number 14 element. Oh, so we did initialize minimum left equals to 0, right equals to -1, and then we have an empty map, and now we're going to be splitting it in order to fill it up. And the map is equal to null. We are saying that the map element is equal to 1, otherwise the map is equal to map element plus 1. Okay, and now we counted the count equals to the keys of map dot length. That looks good. Now inside the while loop, we're gonna say that while we are within the range, our right is basically within the range. If the count is equal to 0, we are gonna say that current is equal to sure, that's right. So, and then we are checking if the map of current is not equal to null, then the map of current plus yes. If it is greater than 0, then we are incrementing count. Okay, our temp is basically the substring of left and the right plus 1. Okay, and if we haven't done that, yeah, that looks good. Otherwise the minimum is equal to minimum dot length. If it is less than that, whichever is less, we are taking that, and then we are incrementing. Inside our else, we are incrementing the right. Current is equal to s dot right, s of right. If it is not equal to null, we are gonna decrement map of count, and if the map of current is basically equal to 0, we are decrementing the count. Looks good. Okay, what is the value of the count? Here is undefined, so we have an issue here. Okay, why? For each of the element, if the map element is basically equal to null, we are saying that the map of that element is equal to 1. Otherwise map of that element is equal to whatever the value of the map of that element plus 1. Oh, there was a typo here. So at least we have the right count here. Yes. So we don't have that typo anymore. And the count is right. Okay. And we have initialized it as a string. Okay. If the count is equal to 0, let current as dot length. So there is a typo here. Count is equal to 0. Yeah. Basically, this base case was not right. Let's run it. Yep. Let's see if it passes for all the test cases, and it does.